My Lord, I very humbly announce.
Appearances.
My Lord, I very humbly announce my appearance for the commission. With me, Mrs. Chinwe Uwando and A.I. Akaka.
Yes. Who appears for Mosop?
May it please, my Lord. I appear for Mosop, Femi Falana. Appearing with me are my learned friends, including the following: Mrs. Joy Yowika, S.K. Igbara, T.Z. Bonu, M. Deko, Isiodu Chris M., Asisaola Robert, Innocent Nado, Bright Demua, C.N. James, L.B. Pata, O. Awari, and O. Ezinwo, all for most of my Lord.
Any other appearance?
With the greatest respect to the Honorable Commission, I'm Y.U. Usman, SAN. My learned friend A. Amie Simaka, he has just corrected me, is with me for Colonel Como retired.
With the greatest respect, my Lord, C. Ella, appearing for the landlords. We have not had it. C. Ella, appearing for the landlords of the local village.
May it please your Lordship and honorable members of the Commission. My name is O.C.J. Okocha, SAN. I appear for the Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria, Limited. And appearing with me, my Lord, are my learned friends, O.D. Abdul Karim, Esquire, and F.U. Okoro, Esquire.
We didn't see you during the opening ceremonies. Why?
I apologize profusely, my lords. I had a tooth extracted on that very day.
I see.
And I was in hospital. I apologize.
All right. It doesn't look as though you are missing a tooth. You look quite all right. All right.
He's a young man, my Lord. Please, can you swear him?
Swear him.
Yes.
I, Ledum Meter, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this honorable tribunal shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
With respect, my lords and honorable members of the commission, may we humbly suggest that the two petitions, 1467 and 1420, be consolidated. Save time.
Have they been?
Mosop will incorporate Ledu Mite.
Where's 1420?
Sir? 1420.
Where is it? Are the files not here? 1420. So this is consolidated.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. I have a copy of 1420 now. We can go on.
Objection, my lord. I'm Adomaji for State Security Service. We are not part of this particular matter, and I think it's not proper. I object to the application for consolidation of this matter because it will tantamount.
Which one?
1420. We are only concerned with 1420, my lord.
You are interested in 1420?
We are concerned, but we are not affected with the present.
It doesn't matter. When they give evidence that doesn't concern you, don't cross-examine.
My lord, to tantamount to dragging my clients into a matter which we have nothing to do with.
Nobody is dragging anybody. This is not a court case as such.
As court pleases.
Council applies that petitions 1420 and 1467 be consolidated for hearing. Order, application granted.
As many places. Ledum, please, can you tell this Honorable Commission your full name?
My name's Ledum Anazo Mite.
Where do you live?
I live at Rumowike village in Port Harcourt.
What do you do?
I'm a legal practitioner as well as a human and environmental rights activist.
Do you recall that you sent a petition to this Honorable Commission of Inquiry?
Yes, I did.
If you see a copy of the petition, can you identify it?
Yes, I sent a personal petition. I can identify a copy if I see it. Most of the movement for the survival of the Ogoni people, of which I'm the president, also sent a summary of about 8,500 petitions on behalf of the Ogoni people.
Please have a look at these two documents.
This is a copy of my petition.
Exhibit 1.
Asmana, please. The second one?
This other one is just the notes of the outline of my testimony.
Yes. We seek to tender both sides. The second one?
I thought we were tendering two petitions. One, Exhibit 1 is a personal petition. The mass-up petition should be Exhibit 2.
Asmana, please. Please, can you read?
Show him the mass-up petition.
Exhibit 2.
That's the big one.
Have a copy?
My Lord, yes? What I have in the petition and the mass-up petition is just the highlights. I intend to give oral evidence detailing more than what is contained there.
I'll prefer still do that.
Yes.
What you are asked is to read your personal petition.
My Lord, I think what I'm saying is that I can explain these things and then give life to those things. But before I continue, my Lord, let me make one or two preliminary points. The first is that I'm quite aware of the terms of reference of this commission. In the course of my testimony, I might refer to certain things that are ordinarily out of the terms of reference, but it's only to explain a process that still continues. And I hope it should be taken as such because, for instance, my Lord, when I came during this opening ceremony, I was quite traumatized because I got here, and after that, I met the person on the recorder, person who records, or the head of the record of this, who introduced himself, and I came to know that he was also the person that was on the record during the tribunal that tried and others. And just as I was going, I met an SSS person who introduced himself, that he was also attached to this commission and was also attached to the tribunal that tried us. I just wanted to say that to show maybe a pattern which I thought might help explain some of the things I might say in the course of these proceedings. My Lord, I'm the president of the Movement for the Survival of the Ogoni People. Before December 1999, when I was elected president, I have served in various capacities in the organization.
You made a preliminary statement, and you didn't. Do you want us to draw our own conclusions, or do you want to draw the conclusion for us? Do you want these officers sitting around, or do you want them sent away?
No,
sir.
That
to ease your mind?
No, sir. I mean, there's very little I can do. I'm always trying to say that if I refer to things that are current, that is out of the terms of reference, it's only a buttress of what has gone past. For example, I will refer to certain things that has happened which might be out of the terms of reference of this commission.
Well, you said you met 2 officers, and the officers are here. They were there when you were tried. Now, what is the point being made? You want them to still serve the commission, or you want us to replace them, which you can easily do?
My Lord, the issue that I'm trying to make is that in the course of my testimony, I will try to show that this issue that we are here for transcends just the characters that you are seeing, that it's a systematic thing, it's a whole culture of governance of the state, and that the state apparatus can still continue even after a particular regime or the other.
Sorry, Ledum, can I just, I mean, if I think I would probably feel the same. This is not present continuous. I mean, if by some unfortunate coincidence, there is part of the old order that is part of what we're working on. I mean, we don't have the resources to screen everybody who has been here, but to the best of our knowledge, this commission is working independent of the events of the past. So I wouldn't want any member of the commission or the work of this commission to be seen as an addendum or as a continuation of the work of what went before. That is why we are saying, because we're just, for me and I think for every member, we're hearing this for the very first time. So if there is somebody, including myself, who is serving on the commission that you think was part of the old order, we wouldn't want that replay, not just for you, but I think for us and for everybody else. I think that is what the chairman is saying.
My Lord, may I say, sir, that we can go on with the proceedings, sir, but may we suggest after today's proceedings that those officers he has mentioned be asked to withdraw so that they can be replaced.
They can be asked now.
Ask my Lord, please.
You see, if we lack, the credibility of the panel is very important.
Yes, sir.
If there's any question as to that, then we will resign.
I agree with you. No, sir. Well, my Lord, I want to make it abundantly clear that neither the witness nor any of us counsel on any of the sides here can in any way impeach the integrity of members of the commission. My Lord, I'm sure you know that.
Everybody, speak for yourself.
We cannot say that.
My Lord, let me say that.
I mentioned the officers. We can ask them to withdraw.
Excuse
then
me,
we replace them.
My Lord.
Nunk et nunc. Are you one of them?
Well, it's for him to identify the officer. What I want to comment, my Lord. This venue is a public place. It's open to everybody. And the officer he might have seen might have come on his own private capacity. He may even be a retired officer. I'm the only person, and the other person.
See the officers. Then if the officers are here, they will tell us whether in their own private capacity or they came as witnesses, in which case they can say no.
I'm the only representative of
Let's see the officers. Mention them, please, and let them come out.
Malala, I can't see them here now, but they've been here up till yesterday. I've been seeing them. But the point I was making very clearly.
No, let us have their names at least.
I don't know their names.
Well then.
But I know that they introduced themselves. Look, we were this. The point I'm making, my lord, sir, and I want this to be very clear. I have the highest sense of, I have the highest regard, and I do not say anything that about the integrity of members of the commission. The point I was making is that the commission and all of us are there. Those who might have assigned them is a government. These are not people who are going to affect your work. But I'm only talking of what sort of things. I'm only trying to say the things that government will try to do. And I am saying that that has nothing to do with the highest regard that I hold of this commission.
My lord, I think we can go. If and when we identify them, we'll draw your attention.
Femi, listen, let's be clear. I think the point he made is very important. Every Nigerian is free. If General Abacha woke up from the dead and wishes to be here, he's more than welcome. We're not in a position to stop anybody as a private citizen. What we're worried about, and what you need to clarify, because I thought by insinuation that you were implying that either they are working for the commission as in some form or the other, because we've got lawyers who are working for us. So if it is just a question of looking around, we're not in control of the crowd there. I think that was really the point we wanted to clarify.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Please, can you go on?
Can I go on?
I should have at least 2 microphones. In a
My lord,
like
I'm sorry to interrupt. I have a little problem. My clients did not get copies of these petitions. It's understandable, 8,500 to 9,000 petitions relating to the Ogoni problem. My humble request, my lord, is if the petitions may be read, or if my learned friend can avail me copies. One is said to be my learned friend's personal petition, and the other a summary of all the several petitions which touch on the interest of MOSOP. They have been tendered and admitted as exhibits 1 and 2. If it is possible for me to hear them or have copies, it will help me to appreciate the complaints against the Shell Petroleum Company.
A copy
of the MOSOP petition.
Each of exhibit 1 and exhibit 2. Yes? That's exhibit 2. What about exhibit 1?
Message, are you okay? We'll let you have it. Yeah. Please, can you go on? Thank you.
As I said before I was elected president, I've served in various capacities in the movement for the survival of the Ogoni people. I have been legal advisor, deputy president, and acting president. My lord, the movement for the survival of the Ogoni people has a constitution, and I will seek to tender a copy of the constitution.
Yes, mark it exhibit 3.
As my lord places.
My lord, I know the company called Shell Petroleum Development Company, Nigeria Limited. Well, it is an oil company operating in Ogoni and several other places in Nigeria and many parts of the world. I come from a community called Kebaradere in Gokana, local government area in Ogoni, where Shell struck the first oil in Ogoni in 1958. My Lord, my first encounter with this company was my early years in the early 60s when I was in the primary school in my village. I recall on an occasion when we were in school and we saw some vehicles, Land Rovers, drive into the compound. And we all came out as children, particularly to look at the vehicles and the white men who were in the vehicle. Well, we were later asked by our headmaster to lie down, and I later had explosions on our football fields. I later knew this to be seismic explosions in the course of oil exploitation. My Lord, the pattern of operation of this company is that they secure mining leases from the federal authorities without any reference to the villagers. What the villagers see is bulldozers that now raise their property, their crops, and later the company tries to pay what they call compensation. I use compensation in quotes, because the company fixes the rates of compensation to the people. And it is not negotiated with the people. My Lord, these compensation rates as fixed by the company is nothing relating to the value of what is destroyed. For instance, they can pay about 10 naira for a coconut tree, when we know that the market value of one coconut will be hundreds of times of that value, if not thousands of times. Lord, in the course of their operations, they pay scant regard to the environment of the people because of the aging and substandard facilities which they use. Spillages are an occurrence that happen almost daily. And the streams are polluted. It might be necessary at this point, sir, to posit the Ogoni culture against the backdrop of what we are saying. The Ogonis are a very environmentally friendly people. They regard nature as a most important determinant of their lives. They believe that every person in the community is supposed to protect certain sacred trees and shrines. And so they see land not just as a factor of exploitation, but as an abode of their gods, from where the ancestors control their lives. Any desecration, therefore, of this land is viewed by the community as a destruction of their lives. My Lord, anytime there are spillages, the earliest times that there are spillages, the first reaction has been when the community protests, the company usually calls in troops, sometimes the police, and most times what they call the mobile police that has a very, very bad record of human rights abuses in this country, which is common knowledge. The first incident I witnessed was about 1964, 65, when the villagers protested against the bad practices of the company. Police were called in, tear gas were shot, even into the church, the Baptist church that I attend, and several people were arrested and jailed. My Lord, this was the situation, particularly an estimated $30 billion worth of oil and gas had been taken away from our land, but we've got nothing in return. Because of this, in 1990, the Ogoni people came together and took our destiny into our hands when we now gave ourselves, produced for ourselves what we now know as the Ogoni Bill of Rights. I have a copy which I seek to tender.
We seek to tender the Ogoni Bill of Rights, which Colonel Kutimo spoke glowingly about yesterday.
Excuse me.
Bill of Rights is with 4.
My Lord, I might want to read perhaps some part of the Bill of Rights because it has been variously sometimes misconstrued. The Ogoni struggle has been misconstrued. Some say that it is a secessionist movement.
You are reading what? Page?
I want to read the recommendation, the demands as contained in the Bill of Rights.
The Bill of Rights?
Yes, sir.
Page what?
That's the only copy I have there. Okay, just give me that.
You want this back?
Okay.
They must have many copies. They must have many copies.
No. Yeah. Can I get a copy of the Bill of Rights?
Yeah.
Do you have another copy there?
Bill of Rights.
You
use this. Then I can use this. Well, I have the printed one.
Yes, I can.
Yes, page what?
I don't have that copy here, but it is just the demands where it says, now, therefore. Okay.
It's better to use it, sir. Yeah, that's it. It's better.
Well?
Addition.
Yeah. Better eyes.
What page now?
Yes, go on. Bill of Rights.
Page 4, sir.
Of which one?
Of the printed one.
A printed one?
Yes, sir.
All right. Page 4.
Yes, sir. Now, therefore, while reaffirming our wish to remain a part of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we make demand upon the Republic as follows: that the Ogoni people be granted political autonomy to participate in the affairs of the Republic as a distinct and separate unit by whatever name called, provided that this autonomy guarantees the following: political control of Ogoni affairs by Ogoni people, the right to the control and use of a fair proportion of Ogoni economic resources for Ogoni development, adequate and direct representation as of right in all Nigerian national institutions, the use and development of Ogoni languages in Ogoni territory, the full development of Ogoni culture, the right to religious freedom, the right to protect the Ogoni environment and ecology from further degradation. We make the above demand in the knowledge that it does not deny any other ethnic group in the Nigerian Federation of their rights, and that it can only conduce to peace, justice, and fair play, and hence stability and progress in the Nigerian nation. We make the above demand in the belief that, as Obafemi Awolowo has written, and quote, in a true federation, each ethnic group, no matter how small, is entitled to the same treatment as any other ethnic group, no matter how large, unquote. We demand these rights as equal members of the Nigerian Federation who contribute and have contributed to the growth of the Federation and have a right to expect full returns from the Federation. My Lord, after we have presented the Bill of Rights to the government and people of Nigeria, we sent copies to the agencies of the government, to Shell and others. We received nothing. We now decided that to situate our struggle in the international milieu and took advantage of the celebration of the United Nations Year of the World's Indigenous Peoples to stage a peaceful march on January 4th, 1993, and which has since been marked as Ogoni Day. My Lord, about 300,000 Ogoni people embarked on this remarkably peaceful march. My Lord, it is not very usual anywhere in the world to see 300,000 people march without an incident. This happened and there was no incident because the security forces did not intervene to introduce violence. I will show in the course of my testimony that any other time that violence had come in, it has been introduced by the state and its apparatus. My Lord, soon after this protest, government resorted to bully tactics, which prompted Mossop, through its then president, the late Dr. Garrick Layton, to issue a press statement entitled, "Before We Are Killed." My Lord, because of the prophetic nature of this press statement, which was given on the 3rd of February 1993, I'll seek to tender a copy.
Mark it Exhibit 5. Let him read it.
Read Exhibit 5.
Get me one there. Check there.